So QRzign helps you create QR codes, which are kind of merged with images. And I'm going to show you some examples of it in a second. And basically, instead of having ordinary QR codes, you can have your own kind of custom designed QR code with engaging imagery embedded into it. My main tip for this one, it's very obvious, but something you might forget about as you're publishing your QR codes is to make sure to apply your logo to the QR. Use something like QRzign or any graphic editor to add your logo in the bottom right of your QR image, just for maximum branding. So let's get right into the demo for QRzign. All right, so QRzign can be found here in the dashboards. And the way it works is pretty simple. You input a prompt, you input where you want the URL to go. So it can be any website, essentially. And so the way it will work is that when someone scans the image using their mobile phone, usually using their photo application on their mobile phone or a dedicated QR application, it will take them to the website in the URL here. So we have some templates here to kind of get you started, but obviously these templates might not be what you want for your business, your particular business. The main idea here is to use an object, a landscape, or something that's kind of representative of your business. So again, let's say you have a chatbot, or you provide chatbot marketing services. Then by creating an image of a robot or something like that, it would be relevant. Or let's say you work for a company that deals with the environment. So maybe you could incorporate a green leaf, like a leaf or a tree, into a QR code. So that's the main idea here. You have to find an object that is relevant to the business you're promoting, and this way create something that is relevant. And then once you have your QR image, what I mentioned earlier is that you can use QRzign or any other platform to add your logo in the bottom right. That's what I would do to make it more relevant. And I think I'm loading some new images here. And so the other thing is testing the QR code and getting them to work. So the way this technology works right now, what I found in my testing is that we get about a 20% success rate in terms that if you scan an image with your phone, it will take you to the URL. So that means that 4 out of 5 images here wouldn't work. Like if you scan them, they won't take you anywhere. So it means there is a bit of trial and error. Usually that's why we generate a bit more images here. You can see it's 5 images we generate instead of 3. So you have more choice. So usually you might want to run this like 2 or 3 times. Take your phone, open your phone, and then point it at your screen with your camera and test each image one by one so that you can see, okay, this one works, this one doesn't, and just pick the one that works for you. So yeah, QRzign, it's pretty handy for that. Just give it a try, and it's a fun tool to use. That's essentially it. There's a lot of tutorials online on like different prompts you can use to be a bit more creative. And something to note as well, this technology is using, I think, Stable Diffusion 2.1 or maybe even 1.5. So it's not the latest Stable Diffusion. That's what you will notice, that the visuals are not as good looking as what you might get nowadays. This will get updated in the future to the latest. But right now, it's an older version of Stable Diffusion. So that's why, again, the style is not really the latest. All right, so let's move on to the next platform.